Hello, my friends. It's episode 24. Let us continue. Oh, let us wake up the controller first. I hope he hasn't made any dubious additions.
Ooh.
Constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. She says this is a smooth ride, man. It does not seem like a smooth ride to me.
Let's see here.
I wonder where we're at right now.
Let's see. Which one? Okay! Let's see here.
First camp on the route from Rita to Grand Trad. Oh man, imagine trying to cook in this.
So?
Got it. Got it.
Pods! Why do the bottom pods have what looks like cargo in them? It's like the meeting room. You know, weight is a big problem with a machine like this, but you still have a bookshelf full of books. Come on.
What's this?
Wait, this thing is two-legged? There is no way the journey would be this smooth with just two legs. This massive door must lead to the end of the gauntlet runner. Mind the rope, lad. Wouldn't want you going overboard.
Let's see. And there, let's see.
It's a campground.
My mission is to explore the gauntlet runner, so there must be something I missed. We're just going in a circle, because that's what it looks like. We are blatantly just going in a big circle around this dude. Wait, is that? These houses are made out of books or something. It's kind of weird. Are we done? Okay, there's a window and a watchtower. Oh, it's that dune again. Alright, doesn't appear to be anything out here. I wonder if it only changes the scenery when you come out here. It resets every time. Because there's the pair of mountains in the distance that we went near. This is one of those things where there'll be like an achievement for sitting on the friggin' thing and watching it complete a circuit or something. Yeah, look, there. See, this is the pair of mountains that we went through last time. So it resets every time, but when you're out here, it carries on playing. Okay, I'm not allowed to fight that enemy. It's fine.
Incredible!
This room is made for bathing. Can we just hop in mid-ride and take a real bath? Now that I could get used to. I can go first dip. Are you just gonna stride up and strip nude? Where do you think you are? Unacceptable.
You're really?
It's a bathing room. Not to mention, no running water yet. Working on it. The toilet looks like an old printer. It's kind of fun. At least it's not a squatty potty. Bright cleaning tool. Research desk.
Now, where was I?
Not now. A machine that does laundry.
This?
Wonder what makes this thing run. First time on a gauntlet runner, eh? Oh, it scared me. Looks like the pipe's in here too. It's called a runner phone. There's one in every room.
Spectacular.
They use magla crystals fuel to run, you see. Used to be, you take your life in your hands when you travel the wilds, then, thanks to Kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. Runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beasts made for zero momentum lost, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream. Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's work in progress. By the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. Just you watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark. Old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Try using kitchen, reading books on the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. You also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. By the way, this is a huge mistake that there's 3 pipes down here. There's, you know, how this worked is just that it's a simple tube and that the sound reverberates down the tube. So, of course, they'll all start in the command room or in the captain's on the bridge or wherever, or in the communication room. I had like the oldest ships, they would be on the captain's on the bridge, but there's a sort of realization that the noise of the bridge is not ideal for using them, so then they would be put into a room somewhere. But anyway, the point is that it's just a tube with a beginning and an end, so why would you need 3 connections to the engine room? It doesn't make any sense. You would have all the connections would start in the cockpit for the case of this machine, and then you would have one ending down here in the engine room, one in the, you know, wherever, basically.
This? Understood.
Now then.
You gotta keep the water at constant temperature to avoid staining the clothing. Why am I the master of laundry, you ask? Because my parents practically beat it into me. Any noble who can't wash his own clothes isn't worth the fabric he wears, or something to that effect. I had to learn all about different materials. In hindsight, I think they're trying to teach me not to take advantage of my title. Wisdom that still serves me to this day. As more time passes, I understand how great my parents were. I found some money in the washing machine.
Huh?
Well, it's not mine, I don't think. Why don't you just hold on to it? 5,000? That's no small amount of money. You would ask around the ship as to whose that was.
At the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced. I don't even know what this word means. In darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart gauntlet runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels next morning. While at encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the gauntlet runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies.
Thoughts?
How's that ride? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, or inspiring, tear-jerking? Sure, whatever you say. This runner is such a guilty pleasure that I credit where it's due. My tinkering certainly helped me make her what she is. For full disclosure, it's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the train if she could just fly, but that's a story for another day. Off you go. I guess you can't advance your relationship during these camps. What does cooking do? Once you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to make the ultimate culinary masterpiece. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Precision fermented ribs. Okay.
What's this?
Well met.
Don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. Certainly no stranger to travelling, but no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Sure, why not? This power we've awoken to, I've all sorts of questions, but really find curious is these forms we take on. Each has their own unique aspects. One bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool.
Certainly.
I see.
Do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, so I was not speaking of how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power, as one directs a horse by its reins. It's said that people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is it not, then, the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why it is so exhausting and it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We'd do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves.
All right.
4 points of brain. It's getting quite late, we've a ways to go yet. I'd very much like to continue chatting with you.
Time marches on,
But you paid me
and the age
450
of
for
a
it,
new
apparently,
king
for some
draws
reason.
nearer.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. Trust the second quarter has more than exceeded your expectations
True.
here. They're better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl? Neither a grey of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners are really neat, aren't they? Carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay? What is that? That's courage, isn't it? Doing the laundry increases your MP. I'm not so concerned with increasing my battle stats. Question mark. New World Travel Diary. Pride and Persuasion. This is Pride and Prejudice, but legally distinct. I think this might teach elegance, which is the one thing I have not been able to learn so far. Let's try it, just for hell. If I read this book, I may gain elegance. Eloquence, sorry.
What's that?
This book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This section's part of the basics. First impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor, then use flattery to probe for weak points.
What are you talking about?
Probe for weak points? Why? To strike them down with one hit. This is more of the truth than anything. To ensure they don't have a chance to think. So you strike their weak points and negotiate while they're still reeling from it. That's just brute force, though. I feel like studying the art of persuasion has slightly increased my eloquence. Sorry.
All right.
I'm surprised a bit of force can go a long way in helping negotiations go smoothly.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Doom Tree! Here we are, should we get a closer look?
Wow.
It's so pretty. It's not just the leaves, though. The whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere in the country whose colours shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing some incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Naros pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw a landscape in front of him.
Hey!
Wow, how did you get so good at drawing?
Yeah.
My boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it, I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. Wasn't it for research? All the pertinent information I need has been etched into my very mind. I can make do without the sketch itself. I received the research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and can accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? She'd love to see something from our journey. We could tell her a story about this place. The next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh?
A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is the most precious treasure as well. Been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me the whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favourable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current colour portends. Took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing this rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
Wisdom!
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Rock Den Camp. We'll be in Marita the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place it is. What place?
speaking of,
Excellent timing. You just heard something that caught me rather by surprise. Our cart to Grand Trad was beset by bandits and you were thrown out. You walked to the desert to reach the
your
sea.
thoughts?
Such a vast, empty expanse. An easy land to get lost in, I'm sure.
Fair
Well,
point.
I had Gallica. Of course, you've no need to worry with her at your side, I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger. Well, in the event that you ever find yourself lost in the wilds, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. The star that moves to the west in the evening and to the east at night, time and time again. It's helped correct my path in my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, I did not expect to return to a life on the road. It will be a long journey yet. Perhaps we'd better rest while we can.
Hey.
Sure.
Now then.
Next up is Matira. Maybe it's Matira. Feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over to the northern fortress and awakened to a mysterious power. Once I thought magic like this only existed in the heroic tales of times long past. Speaking of which, I'm thinking that perhaps this is the same power that hero kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? Maybe they had no
What's
allies.
that about it?
Maybe they lacked allies.
I see.
Try as they might, even the strongest king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal. On top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there.
Now then.
Imagination.
True sovereignty is within thy aspiration. Furnish yourself with creativity to bring the ideal world of thy thoughts to fruition. Conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. Come now, it's too early for bed. Let us talk some more. Let us talk all about how our life got turned upside down.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king
Another
draws
600
nearer.
money for no reason.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
What is going on?
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign! Ah!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to hold each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look, how about a
Over
show
by
of
the legs.
force?
That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
Can we afford to abandon Gladel
What's
if
our
he's one
plan?
of Louise's
If
supporters?
we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Yeah, but Louis is the enemy. So it's not really like we want to help him.
How about we see how it plays out?
Let's
No,
just see.
I think we should step in on Gladel's side. I know, I don't like it either, but if we want Luis's favor, this might be the strategic play we need.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cornland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced
I mean,
all
he's
who
not
would
gonna
oppose
listen.
the eminence of God. Your
Listening
petty
is
ruses
not
are
a strong
beneath
point
me.
of bishops
Now
and
you
monks
shall
and
know how
high-level religious
powerless
people.
you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
My apologies
Go
if
for
you're
his
one of those
followers
things.
first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Hold on.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Come forth, royal soul! Lightning!
Expose your sins. Let's get on with it!
Defeat the monks without harming Gideon.
You can do this!
Single
You will
target.
taste justice! What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Comrades, lend me your strength.
All right, let's go!
I strike with conviction.
I'll show you the
Flat
essence
her.
of truth. Mage! We're not out of this yet!
I'm obliged.
I owe you.
Sanctism is supreme!
This is nothing.
What
Oh,
could you
great,
hope
they
to
heal
achieve?
themselves.
Dear God. Brawler!
Let me rethink this.
Okay, let's try smash on him.
No holding back! You'll be dust! Witness me, brethren!
Alright.
Allies,
Not
together!
critical, but
We'll
still
team up!
massive damage.
Sever!
To him
Let's stay calm.
return.
Let's go.
Let's try lightning.
Roar!
Resistance is futile! More resistance. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now! Feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh!
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother!
Hang in there!
Sanctism will reign!
Only a flesh wound.
Brace yourselves!
I guess he healed him to stop you from making both of them, like, low health.
Ruler!
That's only for one. Yeah.
No, not this.
Ruler!
Take that!
Stroll
I
can't take
stand
anymore.
ready.
Someone heal him!
For all that we strive for! Oh, power of heroes!
Behold my power!
With healing power.
Twas needed.
My thanks.
This spear guy is probably weak to some kind of magic.
Oh,
I gotta figure out what it is.
oh, please.
Sanctism will reign!
I call upon royal power within. Let me rethink this.
Just go ahead and heal yourself.
Here!
Know your place.
For all that we
Peasants!
strive for! Here!
We'll try this.
Witness me, brethren!
Of course it didn't work.
I won't hold back. Let's
Go
go.
with ice.
Ice.
You hit their weakness!
Know your
That's
place.
your opening, Captain!
After me! No.
Right.
Are you prepared?
found your fault.
I'll cut you down!
Sanctism is supreme! Take this!
Only a flesh wound.
Take this!
Oh, please!
Don't underestimate me!
Dude, you suck. You're doing so little damage.
There!
I will fight with her.
I will fight with her.
You hit their weakness!
With these fists,
That's your
I
opening,
strike for
Captain.
just. Let's make an end of it.
Let's try the old energy
We'll
drag.
combine our strength.
This is it!
Probably not weak to light,
Try hard,
but he won't be
state.
immune to it either.
Sanctism will reign! You're tenacious.
Oh, you missed.
Oh, you've done it.
Badly
Brace
wounded.
yourselves!
Can anyone heal him?
Just the thing.
I owe you.
Let's go. Ice.
So,
The
the
faithful, are broken.
before you,
Oh, he's good.
yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ha! I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
You better run back to your ship before we wreck it. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Finally, he took the hint. Hey!
As the kids would
Get
say.
down here.
As the kids from 20 years ago would say. Oh, I'm old.
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I guess you live to see another day.
I just wanted to help you. A likely
I
story?
really didn't, actually.
Out with it. What's your motive?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little
What brings you
tryst
all the way
on
out
road,
here?
is it?
Aren't you the
Nothing
town
so
crier
saucy.
for, like,
I'm afraid this
Grand
cad's
Trad?
just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
And then
You
he's gone again.
surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Why are you saying that like
Wait,
you're
is she
saying
the same
it to
Nidia
yourself?
lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little
This is
ensemble.
an unexpectedly tender
Wait,
side of
Is that a
Hulkenberg.
fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
4 legs as well. Much more stability.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladell got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Saintist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
Yeah. You need to, like, not say Luis's name like it's, you know, a turd in your mouth. Stole. I mean, he'll find out I'm a candidate eventually, so it's better to be honest here.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition? Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Help save the prince. That is the last thing we want to say. This is probably what I want to say. This is something I can hide. This is just obviously not what you want to say. He doesn't know that the prince is alive.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
Oh,
You
very good,
do know
Stall.
what that vision is built on, don't you?
Stall.
If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
You need to
See you,
use
Lewis.
force. And force, my friends, is violence.
Don't think this changes anything.
Supreme authority.
Come on, Hector!
From which all fights from the crown are derived. Where have I heard that before?
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisman, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
The Gauntlet Runner.
Ah! Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
What say we go check on him?
What's your problem now, dumbass?
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
It doesn't
think
sound
it
like
is.
nothing.
Ah, no hiding it from you, is there? No, it's just the old runner. She runs like a dream, you see, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany. Like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows.
Oh, we on
what happened to them.
post-apocalyptic Earth, because
Sounds
post-apocalyptic
kinda far-fetched
Earth
already.
is like
Hear
really
me out, would
overwrought
you?
trope.
The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? but those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you seen
Have
one?
you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Okay, we could just go there.
This one's important.
No problemo.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Water's Day.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to say that's it for now. This cutscene feels like it's going to go on forever, but this video cannot go on forever. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.